Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges. We have an exciting week of football. We are in our second or third to last week of covering the NFL divisions, giving them letter grades as we move forward. We're covering the NFC North today, so we're going to have some heated discussion, if you can call it that, between Gorlami and between Mamba. We're also going to be covering the XFL and USFL's merger league coming into the UFL. That's all starting this weekend, this Easter weekend. So again, happy Easter to those that celebrate, and happy return of football. It's a great weekend, so we have a lot to get into. We got to cover it as quick as we can because there's a lot to cover. As I couldn't do this myself, the man that has been beside me on 99.9% of all the episodes, including the shortest episode in Football Stooges history that just happened because I just accidentally stopped recording in the middle of a Discord crash. It's Mastodon.
Oh, these squares make a circle. Holy, I can't fucking take it. That technical difficulty was fucking funny. You just stopped. Like, you stood there for a good 10 seconds.
The quickest episode.
Okay, let's just end it here, boys. I think we're
And on that note, run the damn ball. Good night.
Yeah. A man whose former or future quarterback was at a USC basketball game with pink nails, a pink phone, and a pink purse. Mamba.
We got that Dennis Rodman-like quarterback coming in.
Yeah. Better hope he can score more points than Rodman. Yeesh.
Ooh, hey, you got the boards. Okay.
Yeah. A man who I'm surprised is still alive and hasn't been killed by the Polish mafia, Gorlami.
Or the Portuguese mafia.
Both. Portugal and Portuguese.
They don't know what a Wisconsin is.
Is that...
Option C, cirrhosis will get him.
Did you just chug it that quickly?
Yeah.
No, I spilled.
Oh.
Rookie
dear
mistake from a
Also,
Wisconsinite.
if none of that gets him, it's the liver damage from alcohol.
Exactly. And last but not least, the man who probably will be got by a heart attack induced by the Boston Red Sox. It's K-Duff.
Order
Oh,
brains.
they only just started, and right now I'm just seething on the anger of why John Henry didn't sign Jordan Montgomery. He wanted to come here. It would have been affordable. It would have been the ace we actually needed on our pitching rotation. I just fucking hate FSG, man.
Yeah, I'm not a big baseball fan, obviously, but at the same time, the Reds not extending Joey Votto, who has been like the Cincinnati
forever.
Red for so long, is so shitty.
Yeah.
So shitty.
Hey, Lab, you want to see how I watch baseball?
Well,
He is getting old, though.
Sleep. Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing is, though, it's like
I don't care if he's getting old. You keep him on the roster. If he's gonna take a pay cut and he's gonna stay a Red, let him take a pay cut and stay a Red. Like,
Yeah, he should have retired with a team that he was like the face of, like how Big Poppy went out when he retired with the Red Sox.
he is the Cincinnati Reds. He's been the best Red since Pete Rose. I don't know much about baseball, but I know that.
Yeah, but it's also the Cincinnati Reds. Like, the Reds are Reds. They're ass.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Puig at one point, like.
And the worst part is
I think we had
their
Puig
only
at the end
high
of his
note
career.
tag became the tenure of the persona non grata of the league and Marge Schott. So
Puig ended up like bombing.
We had Roldis
after
Chapman,
he
Yasiel
went to-
Puig. Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
it's-
that's enough about baseball. We got football to talk about. We got a lot of stuff coming into this.
Baseball's trash.
We have a lot of NFL to talk about as well as UFL to talk about, and there's a lot of NFL rule changes that have come out. So we'll give K-Duff the floor for K-Duff News, and then we'll quickly move over to the changes the NFL's made and give you our opinions, whether we like them, dislike them, or too early to tell. So without further ado, K-Duff News.
No grid?
We're going to get to that after. We got a lot of news to get to.
yeah.
Jameer is the audio.
Ah, shit.
what's
Fuck, he's here
What's
again.
up, boys?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Boo him out of my studio.
Yeah.
Boo him out.
Boo.
Let me in. Let me in.
All right, so going into this, there's actually
Rest
not
in
too
peace.
much to talk about outside of the rule changes, and because even free agents have been quiety. So if it's all right with you guys, I might just go run through that real quick to start out. Let's see. Starting out, we going in alphabetical order. We have to go all the way down to Carolina to get some actual signings going on. They started out by bringing in former Bengals safety Nick Scott on a one-year deal. And then just earlier today are bringing in former Ravens linebacker Jadeveon Clowney on a 2-year, $20 million deal with 24 guaranteed. I mean, he's definitely getting up there in years, but he's still being productive. He's still great, getting at least $20 million per contract a year. So that's not a bad pickup in my opinion. Skipping a few teams. Next signing is the Broncos, they've been needing wide receiver help, so they're bringing in former Lion Josh Reynolds on a 2-year, $14 million deal. As for the Lions, all they've done is re-sign their backup quarterback Nate Sudfeld. The Texans, they are bringing in former Panthers cornerback C.J. Henderson on a 1-year deal, as well as re-sign their linebacker Neville Hewitt on a 1-year deal. The Jaguars, they're bringing in another former Packer tight end Josiah DeGuara. I have no idea who that. What? Well, apparently Gorlami knows him because
Take a fucking DeGuara?
Yeah.
I fucking hate everything.
All right, so it made him upset, so I'm happy. So. All right.
Why do they gotta take my favorite tight ends?
I don't know.
Their stats aren't good, but their stats aren't always good. But god damn it, I love them.
You got your slightly cooler twin in Tucker Kraft still. You're fine. Anyway, we got the Chiefs. They made a kind of an interesting signing. The Chiefs did today. They're going into the international players pool. They're bringing in former Wales rugby star Luis Rees-Zammit. He's expected to be a running back or wide receiver, punt returner, some weird hybrid. Because he's only 23. He's like a massive star. He's already been playing at international level for rugby players, apparently. I'm only reading this guy's fucking wiki page. I have no idea I have no fucking idea about. Yeah, well, I have no fucking clue on how to even play rugby. It's basically just football without pads. That's all I know. But yeah, it sounds like a interesting. Let's see how it works out for them. Yeah. Going down a little further, the Rams are bringing in former Bills cornerback Tre'Davious White on a 1-year, $8.5 million deal, worth up to 10 max value. Going on, finally, I think the last few moves, Eagles, they're bringing in another new backup quarterback, former Patriot Will Grier on a 1-year deal. Steelers
he's gonna be on the practice squad.
Anyway, Pittsburgh Steelers, they are reuniting Arthur Smith with one of his former players. Falcons running back Cordarrelle Patterson on a 2-year deal. And and last but not least for signings, the big one probably this week, the Titans have acquired former Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed in a trade for 3rd and 7th round picks. And I actually don't have this written down, but I do have it somewhere up here. Here it is. He now has a contract to go along with his new team, where they have agreed to terms on a 4-year, $76.4 million contract, according to Ian Rappaport. Part of me is like wondering where the hell they're getting this cap space. The other part of me is like, I feel like this is not going to work out still. I don't know how, but it's just not going to work out. Which one did I miss?
Packers have acquired another kicker. It is barely a step up from Carlson. We signed Greg Joseph for $1.2 million.
That's a decent step up from Carlson. He was horrible.
Yeah, it's a decent.
That is a decent step up, man.
Yeah,
Joseph is still.
He was breaking the Vikings' curse of missing field goals.
I mean, he was. Yeah, he's probably the best kicker they've had since what's the name of the guy that missed when they were playing the Seahawks? I forget.
Blair Walsh.
Longwell.
Blair Walsh. Thank you.
Yeah, Blair Walsh. Longwell was like 5 days.
Yeah. Let's see. Getting off of signings and stuff into miscellaneous news, a former Jaguars employee has been sentenced to 220 years in prison this week, for hacking the jumbotron at TIAA Bank. That's actually not the main reason why he's getting sentenced to 220 years. It was because that was retaliation after he was fired when it came to light. How can I put this without YouTube getting mad at us? He was a card-carrying member of NAMBLA.
Yeah.
That's
some fucked up shit.
It's very fucked up. Yeah.
Wild, wacky, and not very zany.
Yeah. Wild, wacky. Other wacky news this week sort of it. Apparently there was reports of a heated public argument this week between Jets owner Woody Johnson and head coach Robert Saleh. Johnson has since come out to say that those were false and was just lambasting the NFL Network for trying to look into something that isn't there and stir up drama. And final other news, 3 games have actually been set this week for special occasions. First off, being this year's Hall of Fame game that will be played August 1st at, of course, Canton, Ohio, between the Bears and the Texans. And then,
That
sadly,
ain't a Hall of Fame game.
and then what?
That's the losers bracket.
When you think of Christmas, what do you guys think about the most? Do you think of Santa? Do you think of presents? Or do you think of playing 2 games on a Wednesday?
I typically think about drinking
Christmas football. Hell yeah!
Christmas
Hell
football.
yeah!
The NFL
games
confirmed that
does-
there will be not 1, but 2 games play this year on Christmas Day.
Oh, well, yeah.
And this year's Christmas Day of 2024 happens to fall on a Wednesday. So there are going to be 4 unlucky teams that are going to be playing on 2 days rest. And it's going to be
I
sloppy.
really hope it's an AFC North game, and I hope the Bengals are one of them because Lob's going Christmas game, Christmas game.
What I'm hoping too is for the safety of player rest and safety, like it just happens to be like teams that got like a late buy and or something like that. So
No, that's the week after the last buys or the
Oh, shit.
like week 14 is like the last week of buys or something.
Yeah.
Week 15, and that's like a week 16 game.
ooh,
It's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Very
I'm
dumb,
sorry,
very dumb.
this is dumb.
no, we all hate
They
that.
can
move,
do
too.
some things to fix it, I think, and we'll talk about that in a second. But
Yeah, that's all I've got. But we're gonna go. I actually have some news on the rule changes that have happened this offseason, but I think we're gonna go to widescreen for that. And we're
Oh,
all
so
gonna
you'll co-host?
talk about
Oh, so you'll co-host the news with everyone else, but you won't do it with me.
Well,
so
it's kind
yeah,
of a special occasion because it's going to be a subject of debate. I feel like for some
yeah.
of these
So
rules.
with
God.
the NFL Christmas games, everyone on the count of 3, we're gonna give our ranking: thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs middle for eh. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Fuck that of how
So
Yep.
this year.
now the reason I'm saying thumbs middle is I think what needs to be done is that they're going to do a game on Christmas every year, which I think they should do. I think it should be like the style of the Thanksgiving games: 3 games. 2 of the teams always play on Christmas. One of them is just a game you put there because it's going to be special because 2 teams are good. I think what needs to happen is the NFL needs to make another week into the season, but they don't add another game. It's again a lot of people have said this. You make another week into the season, but you give teams 2 buys. That way, the teams that play on Christmas, their bye week is right before that, so they get basically 2 long weeks on the side of it. You play Sunday, you have a bye all the way until Wednesday, and then you don't play again until the next Sunday. So,
Yeah.
I think if they were to do that, and all the teams that play on Christmas, they get that bye, then if it's a Wednesday game, that's great. Then again, this only happens on a Wednesday because unlike Thanksgiving, which is always a Thursday, Christmas can be any day of the week depending on the year. So there's a lot of different things
I
that can
don't think
contribute to it.
I don't think there's been a Wednesday game
I
since
think you
the
can still do it on the
COVID
normal. I think you could run your ideal lab on the normal schedule because I don't like 17 games. I like 16.
I like
16 was
the
sixteen
perfect-
more.
16 is
I
a
think
decent amount. I don't know why.
17 just pushes that threshold a little bit past, and then you got teams that go to the playoffs, and it's like you're adding an extra week there of just
Exhaustion,
and
possible injury.
half the time
not a
those
great
teams
move.
are resting anyway.
It could cause
Yeah.
injuries too on top of that.
Exactly,
Which
exactly.
Hip drop.
Yes,
I'd rather
that's
have-
another one. So
Okay, I'd rather have
not
tackling
there
is
yet.
rarely illegal now.
I'd rather have it where if it's like the Christmas that middle of the week, just still have that Monday be the 3 games. Have like the Christmas week, have that Monday of 3 games.
Or just
Yeah.
skip
That I did
Monday
not
night
mind.
football and push like the 1 or 2 games that you would be playing on it
the
to that
only
Wednesday
issue-
Christmas game.
Yeah, the only
I agree
issue
with
are
Lon.
Wednesday games. The only issue are Wednesday games because if it's a Thursday game, we know how to do Thursdays. Saturday and Sunday, that's easy. Monday, that's easy as well. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are the only weird ones. Tuesday, you could just make it a Monday night later. Some teams have played on Tuesday before, but I think the Wednesday's the hardest one, and that's where I think you need that second bye week to bring it on over. So I think the biggest thing that needs to happen in this situation is that you have to have a second bye week just for the Christmas Day games, because when they fall on a Wednesday, there's going to be no way that teams are going to be wanting to play that close of games together. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Slight compromise. What if they did that, but only for the teams that they know are going to be playing on like holiday games, like Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, shit like that, or New Year's Day even.
Mm.
Matt, I
don't
think
know.
it's just special for Christmas because people will have the time off and be able to watch it. But I think the big thing is that you just need to give teams the space.
But they don't care about that. They care about this.
Yep, they care,
Money.
and they also don't care about how defenders are supposed to play anymore, because another rule change that's happened this week: hip drop tackling is now illegal, and can result in a
Christ.
15-yard penalty and an automatic first down if called. How do we feel about that, guys?
Bad. You can't tackle.
How are they
him.
gonna force it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
how do
Yeah, I think the biggest
Rest
issue
in
I
peace
have with
tackling,
this,
1920 to 2024.
I think the biggest issue I have with this is it's going to be very,
Parents.
it's going to be very difficult to
It's subjective.
Run someone down.
yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to run someone down. It's also gonna be very difficult to tackle a quarterback, especially a stockier quarterback, correctly without landing on them. I think the biggest thing they have to do with this is that they have to allow you to hip drop tackle so long as you don't land on their legs. I think that's something they should clarify. Hopefully that's something they do allow. If you're running up next to somebody and you have them kind of like a cowboy would have a bull kind of by the horns when you jump off a horse and grab it. I'm not a rodeo guy, but like you grab the bull, you have it around, and then you just drop your hips there. If his legs are here and you're here, you're not landing on him. If you're not landing on him, there's no
Do
problem.
not draw roughing the passer.
You use
Yes.
like you still hip. Yeah, you just hip drop, but you're not collapsing
Right.
underneath.
If
on
you
the
hip
guy,
drop,
you're
kinda
going
like-
out to
Right.
the side.
The image I saw, or the video I saw for the explanation of all this, was Logan Wilson tackling Mark Andrews and then swinging around and hip dropping to where Mark Andrews' leg got caught in there. I get that you don't want to land on someone's leg when they're falling down. You know, you don't want to like have that position where you crank their knee, torque their ankle, all that stuff. I get that and try to protect the game, but at the same time, like this is like it's like so
Also, at the-
micromanaging. Like people get hurt in basketball for contact dunks. You gonna ban dunking again?
Right.
Like.
The thing is,
Or-
it's almost second nature for them to tackle like that. They're not really thinking of hip dropping. You know what I mean?
One of the
Now they
best ways to
have
tackle is to target somebody's center of mass and try and like drag that lower
Right.
down, and it's usually in like the abdomen hip area in some players. So taking that down is just gonna make it harder to tackle people.
So
If
you're
it's to
telling
the-
them, as of right now, the way the NFL is, you're telling them you can't hit high. Now they're saying you can't hit in the middle because all those guys, they're like, even if they do hip drop, they're not thinking about, oh, where's the guy's legs at? They're thinking, I got to bring him to the ground because he's breaking away, or if I don't tackle him, no one else will. They're thinking, get him to the ground as fast as I can. The only other spot to hit, especially like a tight end or something as a corner, is the knees.
Yeah.
Like,
which
that's
you
your
also
only
can't
spot to hit.
because
And
you know
you're
you're gonna get hurt. Like
Yeah.
it's a move that like when they ban like horse collars or helmet to helmet was is for stuff that is obviously going to get somebody hurt. I understand it, but a lot of the time you don't see hip drops result in somebody getting hurt. Like get hurt. I mean, football's a heavy contact sport. People are going to get hurt playing no matter what. But it's not like a something that's going to like it's like an epidemic of causing injuries.
No. I think the thing that they needed to do that was an epidemic is probably talk and try to fix some of the turf issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because
mostly what causes injuries.
what's underneath that turf? What
Usually,
base
just
is
concrete,
underneath
usually
that
like
turf?
the foundation
Concrete.
of the stadium, or sometimes.
It's usually
Whereas when
concrete.
usually when you're playing somewhere like say Soldier Field or Lambeau Field, you have
grass,
dirt,
soft
dirt going way down there.
Speaking of the Bears, they've actually decided to stay on the lakefront and build a new stadium.
They're not going to
Oh,
Arlington
really?
Heights.
They're not going to Arlington.
Interesting. Traffic's still gonna suck
So-
dick, but cool.
Yeah,
So what's
So
going
They
to
are
happen with
so they
Soldier
are
Field
getting
then?
so
I think they're building it right next to Soldier Field, and then either using it as like a complex district for like an open park or something like that, or something like that. But
Well, I mean,
essentially-
it's considered a
essentially-
national
Oldest stadium
landmark,
in the
which is going to be
NFL.
hard, especially with that older structure around it that they just built on top of.
Yeah, I don't like it. So no one likes Soldier Field, but the thing is, it's funny. They bought the horse track in Arlington Heights, and then I guess when they were talking about like taxes and stuff like that, property tax, and trying to get like not have to pay property tax or anything, like Arlington Heights apparently botched it like completely. And the Bears organization were pissed because they're like,
Mhm.
the fuck? Like, you agreed to do this and now you're doing something else. So
Yeah, I followed the Arlington Heights situation a little bit because I had a friend, well, now ex-friend, that is into horse racing, and she was kind of upset that Arlington Heights was going and probably be bulldozed for the Bears' new home. So just seeing how much it's been kind of like fucked up is just kind of dumb.
Yeah,
like
and
it's a
then-
lose-lose situation for both parties.
Yeah, and then Chicago's mayor, since it's not Lori Lightfoot because she's a fucking dumbass, our new mayor, like he's like all for it and stuff like that, and he's been working with the Bears organization and getting it done in the lakefront, so it's gonna be nice.
It keeps the Bears Windy City aspect too.
Well, they're gonna dome it. It's gonna be domed.
Oh, fuck you guys, pussies.
Yeah,
pussies.
Dude, they want to host like Super Bowls and shit. You can't have an open dome for that, especially in Chicago.
True. The last time I think they tried to do that was that really shitty cold one they played at MetLife. I think that was the one where the Seahawks won.
Yeah, I mean they want to host big events. Like that's the whole point. That's why.
Yeah, you would have to dome it. Yeah, I mean the NFL could make so much money if they like hosted a Super Bowl in Michigan Stadium, because that's the biggest seating stadium in the Western Hemisphere. The only two bigger stadiums are in India and North Korea. So
yeah,
I thought it was like the biggest. I think it's the biggest stadium in the U.S.
It is.
It is. Not like size wise, but capacity. Oh my god, it like kills NFL
stadiums.
Cram
so,
oh my
god,
capacity?
Cram so many.
For Chicago.
Too bad Ann Arbor is such a shitty city. It really is.
107,601.
Let me.
I think Lambeau can hold like 70 something.
I think Fenway is like up in the upper 60s.
No one gives a fuck about Lambeau. Okay, let me continue. Doming makes more sense for Chicago because, like even the mayor said, they don't want it just to be a football stadium. They want it to be used for like a lot of different things, and it does make sense because like football season is what 17 weeks.
Yeah, and
after it's not being used.
Yeah, then even like no matter what weather, you can host everything from concerts to events
Madness.
to March Madness. You could put the fucking NFL draft in there maybe.
You can. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully they get a good transit connection to it because Soldier Field doesn't have any transit connect into Soldier Field.
I thought Metro had like a station next to it or something.
I've never been to Soldier Field so far. I don't know. I know you have to walk like to Soldier Field, and it's kind of annoying. Like it's
with the new stadium, they'll probably have to. They should. So
no, they will. They have to. That'd be dumb if they didn't have some sort of link.
Yeah.
So and parking, please.
We're not expecting you to like drive the L to a stadium and build speed to the stadium.
Lambeau's in the same boat as Soldier Field for parking. Like, there's like if you go on I think it's the west side. There's a bunch of grocery stores with big parking lots, right?
Yeah.
And then otherwise you're parking because Lambeau's in the middle of a suburb.
Yeah.
So then you park in people's freaking yard.
Yeah.
Same with
that's the whole tailgate aspect. That's why.
Same with
It's a big tailgate aspect.
It's in the middle of like a small township where the only like bit of transit they have are like some shuttle buses between satellite lots and a train station run by our local transit, the MBTA, that only runs trains from Boston to Foxborough, like on game days.
Yeah.
Honestly, the stadium in the NFC North, the nicest one is by far the Vikings.
No,
I have
been to Lambeau, dude. Oh my god.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Location.
The Viking Stadium is good for killing birds that keep flying.
Oh, I mean, like
for location,
no.
it's very. There is a train
to be quite on right, yeah. It's very easy to get there.
Easy to get there, and they have a tailgating scene too.
It's a lot easier to park.
Minneapolis.
It's not.
No, I will say it's a lot easier to park and navigate around Green Bay, Wisconsin, than it is Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a lot easier.
Driven by that stadium, it's massive.
It is massive, but at the same time, you're driving through downtown Minneapolis. It is hell. It is a major U.S. city.
Yeah, isn't it like linked, like basically right next door to the Mall of America too?
Yes, it is very close. It is very close.
I mean, their highways are
the parking there is horrible.
You think that's spaghetti? You should see Boston highways.
Yeah. Like if I think about Cincinnati Maston's back. If you think about Cincinnati Stadium, like there's not as much clutter around it, but it's still in a city, so it's still hard to get to sometimes. It's hard to park as well. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, interesting for the Bears there. Do you have any other things to vote on, Kata, from the news list?
A
Oh,
few,
yeah,
yeah. We kind of went off on a bit of a
Yeah.
tangent there. Going off, let's see. This is kind of an interesting one. Replay assistants will now be permitted to correct certain incorrect calls, mostly like ticky-tacky stuff like roughing the passer or intentional grounding.
I'm good with that.
Hip drops.
I'm good with that.
Hip drops got to be added to
Hip-
that too, because that's
hip
going to be
drop.
ticky
Yeah.
tacky.
Oh,
100%,
I'd assume
yeah.
I would assume it's included.
Well,
It just
That's
doesn't
if they
exactly mention.
if they actually do go and review and actually make it correct. That's the thing, though. Remember, they tried to do that for passing interference, and all the refs was like, "Yeah, no, we reviewed it, but we're not going to change it, even though."
I
blah, blah,
respect the
blah."
council's
Even
decision.
though
However, it
it's-
was a stupid ass decision, so I'm gonna go with my own ruling.
Yeah,
Wait,
if they actually go about.
that was
Yeah,
a
sorry
thing?
about that. My dad's like asking about college courses during
So
the summer.
I'm gonna change that actually to more of a mid for me when I think about it actually. So because we don't know
If
how it's
they
gonna work
do
out
it
well.
right. Yeah.
All right.
I think that was-
I would
Other
go
stuff.
thumbs down because rest egos is going to get in the way.
True.
Mhm.
True. Let's see. Another one. Teams will now be awarded a third challenge after a successful single challenge. The original rules that you had to have 2 successful challenges in one game to have a third one.
Was this
Thoughts on that?
MCDC's suggestion? I think this was.
Meh.
I
Yeah.
think
I-
this
I
might
got
have
This,
been.
this what came from the Lions organization.
Yeah, it did.
I
I'm
got a
actually.
thumbs up. I got a
Yeah.
thumbs up on it.
Thank you, MCDC.
I'm a meh. It doesn't
'Cause
bother me,
otherwise-
but I'm not.
Otherwise, you don't get that until the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
fair
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Right. I'm looking at it because we actually posted in the chat. The proposal was submitted by the Detroit Lions. Yeah. Also followed up in the same clip. A major foul by the offense will be enforced before a change of possession in situations where there are fouls by both teams. Thoughts?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, say it one more
So-
time. A little confusing.
A major foul by the offense will be enforced before a change of possession in situations where there are fouls by both teams. Like, say it's a play that results in a failed 4th down try or a fumble that both teams draw fouls on it. Like, say the
Oh, it
offense.
just changes hands then?
The punishment for the foul, the penalty will be enforced before they change possession. Wait, that still happens. This is kind of weird.
That
Really
doesn't
weird.
that doesn't make
But-
sense because if there's 2 fouls anyways, they offset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should offset.
It's a
maybe if it's the more
weird.
egregious one, like say like one was just holding, the other was like unnecessary roughness. don't
Yeah,
fucking
something
know.
like like after probably like there's something during the play and then there's the after the play.
I think
penalties. I don't know,
someone's
it's-
a little
maybe.
wrong.
It's
with
kinda
the
the-
rules.
maybe
it's kind of
maybe
the
an
offset. It's the
maybe like
offset.
an offsides on the defense, and then say like a pass interference on the offense, something like that.
Yeah.
And finally, the big one, the new kickoff rules. So,
Ooh, baby.
The NFL is adopting the new version of kickoffs that we've been seeing it with
XFL.
last year with the XFL, USFL. UFL is
Thank
going to be
the
adopting it as
Lord.
well. So the rules as are such as this: the kicking team, as you can see on the graph that Lob has put up here, kicking team kicks off from their 35-yard line with 10 members lining up at the receiving team's 40. The receiving team will have 9 members line up at the 30-35, while they have 2 possible returners in the landing zone, which goes from their 20-yard line all the way to the goal line. Fair catches will no longer be permitted, and no one is permitted to move until the ball is caught or hits the ground. Any kick that lands in the landing zone or bounces into the end zone must be returned. It lands in the landing zone, goal line, which is like the goal line to the 20, as we said, or bounces into the end zone, must be returned. If the kick fails to reach the 20 or goes out of bounds, receiving team takes possession at the 40. If the kick enters the end zone in the air, the receiving team can return it or down it to take position at the 35. Onside kicks are only permitted during the fourth quarter. Penalties or safeties do not change the setup of the landing zone, only where the ball will be kicked from.
So kicks short of the landing zone gets placed on the 40. Kicks that are in the zone are placed at the 35.
Except if they
30.
like kneel
Placed on
if
the
they
30.
kneel down in the
Oh.
landing zone and they're not like tackled.
So how about if it's touchback?
Touchbacks are I believe
There
that's
is a
also
way
at
to
the-
get it at the 20.
So
There's a way to
there
get
is a
it
way
at
to get
the
the
20.
20. So kicks
believe
that
that's
land
at the 20.
short of the landing zone. So
Stupid.
if they're forward, if it's just a fucking horrible kick, and they don't kick it past the 20, lands on the 40. It goes to the 40-yard line. If it lands in the end zone, if you just boot it too far, you get it at the 30s. You give them an extra 10 yards. If you manage to have it bounce from the landing zone into the touchback zone, which is the end zone, it's placed on the 20. So it prioritizes the kicker being able to be precise, and also the kick team, the defense team, be able to rush and try to make the receivers, the kick returners, drop or not field it so that it goes back into the touchback zone. That way they can put the ball.
My only
like
question
XFL.
with this is because like the way looking at it, the only way to get to 20 is if you like launch a rocket of a squib down the middle. It's like say they got two guys on each side, you launch a rocket of a squib, you got to get that still to the 20 and have it roll all the way back. Is it like where it
Right.
first bounces, or is it where it ends
first
up?
Bounces.
Like say if it bounces, like it hits at like say like the 5-yard
I
line,
don't
and
like
then
that. I
bounces
don't like
all
that.
into the end zone.
Why? I don't
Yeah.
get what's wrong with it. It makes it
I
interesting.
don't-
It makes kicks.
I don't like where the I don't like where the placements are. Like getting it at the 30 for being in the landing zone, like that's a lot of grace, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe
you're
a
giving
little
too
bit.
much grace.
A regular touchback is what, to the 25.
I feel like it also. I feel like it gives a
Which
little
I
bit
didn't like it when
more-
they did that. I liked it at the 20.
I feel like it gives like
Eh,
teams a better chance about position because like say it like there's been a lot of games, especially when you watch the
Catering to the
Patriots,
fucking offense.
where they kneel down, only pick it up at the 20 and get like no good positioning and barely make any movements. And
Yeah.
then
Also,
just
what's
go
the
for it.
last great kick returner you remember? That wasn't a punt
Cordell
returner.
Patterson.
Randall
Cordell
Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
What
How
about
much
that
has he
week
done?
what about the week 1 Jets thriller last
what's
year?
interesting
That was
That was a
wasn't that a punt? Yeah, kick return.
Oh.
That was a
Kick
punt.
returns.
Oh,
Kick returns are for
Well-
modern NFL kickers. It's a fucking chip shot. Some of those guys are launching into the fourth row of the stands.
What's interesting now is that you got two kick returners. So now teams are gonna have to build their kickoff package with two of them. And
I
have
mean,
two good
yeah.
ones.
But
They
you
could have-
but you have punt return. But you have punt returner anyway, so just put punt
No
returner and
one
kick
can-
returner.
Like if you have
Nobody
like
can
say you have
move.
I'm just
you're
saying, it's gonna be
you're already punt
interesting.
returner, you just demote like a one of your wide receivers that's not got great hands, but is a
Yeah, but
speedy guy.
People could get smart with it. So I don't think it's exactly the XFL
It's
system.
it's being called a hybrid version. I don't
Second
exactly
catches
know
it.
what makes it a hybrid.
Boom.
Probably
There it
because of like
goes.
personnel
So
numbers.
what-
or
Also,
something
you
like that,
you
but-
can you can also just have one guy back there. You can elect
What
to have
happens-
one guy
hold on,
back
hold
there,
on.
like
What
they
happens
have.
What happens to onside kick?
Onside
You have
kicks are only
to
permitted in the
declare.
fourth.
Only permitted
Yeah,
in the
there's
fourth,
no
and you have
there's
to
no
declare.
do it in the
there's no
fourth
more
quarter.
there's no more Pat McAfee sneaking one in there.
Which is another reason
I
I'm
do not
thumbs
like-
upping this, because that means Pat McAfee will be the last motherfucker alive to have completed his own onside kick. That's another reason I'm thumb upping this. That's another reason Pat
I'm-
McAfee should be in the Hall of Fame.
For that
I'm fine
onside
with
kick, I'm in a meh. I like it.
I put it
mean,
down
I
because
like
onside
it
kicks
a
are
lot.
dead.
They're not dead. They're just permitted only in the fourth quarter.
Also,
Bring
with
back-
modern
They're
athleticism,
dead.
onside kicks
They're
are so hard to do.
Yeah. Well, that's because you can't load the box anymore.
Yeah,
and
I think
most
they
stuff.
should probably do the onside kick rule from the XFL, which is like 1 4th and 20 play from like the fucking whatever. I think that should be it, but we'll see. But anyway, that is all the NFL rules, correct, KDF?
That is all I got.
Alrighty, so let's go to the crossover grid and get into our, everything going on. All right, so 3 rushing touchdowns in a game. So let's do,
Zeke,
I'm pretty sure he's got that.
Good.
no,
No.
wow,
Pollard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Smith, maybe?
I was saying Emmitt
Emmitt
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. Touchdowns.
Jamal Charles.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that.
Patriots.
Let's
LeGarrette
try
Blount?
James. I was gonna say James White.
Nope.
I think
No,
Brady did
Tom
it.
Brady.
Yeah.
No.
Try
no.
James White. Not Adjamis White. Or
Dude,
James
your
White.
typing is
Adjumant.
atrocious
great.
tonight.
There you-
No, not him. So maybe.
LeGarrette Blunt.
I was gonna say Blunt. Cordillon.
We're Dylan. Bengal.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Right,
so Raider and
Amari Cooper for Cowboys Raiders. No.
Oh, Cowboys.
Young
Whoops.
Patriots.
Cowboys Raiders.
Amari Cooper.
We're getting the
Chief
big
knows
ones
also.
right now.
Josh-
We need some.
We
Out
could
of
do
pockets.
Jacoby Myers. Here's
Yeah.
Chandler Jones. No. Oh, wait. Are you doing Raiders Patriots?
Yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, he's doing
Okay.
Raiders.
I thought I saw you click on it.
There we go.
350.
There's a lower one.
350 pass yards in a game. We can easily do Tom Brady, but
Yeah,
instead of
well-
that, I kind of want to see if
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
I swear to God, if you put Mac Jones,
Drew Bledsoe,
thank you.
Yeah.
Alex Smith. Yeah, and then
Might as well put Romo
Romo.
or Staubach. You could do
right.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It was a long time ago. 350 pass yards. They would have called witchcraft and burned him at a stake.
They don't have
so.
a picture for Tony Romo. That's
Yeah, he was on
no.
IR the day pictures were being taken. So
So Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland or now Las Vegas
I
Raiders.
don't know.
I didn't
actually.
read. I didn't
Oh,
realize
man.
Amari Cooper was Raiders.
Well,
he
he
started
was,
on the Raiders, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, he
then
was
the
he was
Cowboys.
drafted by the Raiders.
Yeah, and then they gave him to Jerry World for basically nothing.
And then they gave him for basically nothing to the Browns.
Man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could.
Yeah, that was the same year they traded away Khalil Mack, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was.
So Chiefs
Yeah.
and Raiders. These are division rivals, so not many people go between the two. Trying to think here.
Well, I mean, it's not in this division. I mean, AFC East, you see it happen all the fucking time.
Yeah. This division hates each other more. You guys tolerate each other. I don't know.
Let's see, former Raider and a former Chief.
Fuck.
Oh, what was one of those fucking dumbasses that is from the Mayock there that basically got arrested and kicked off the team? Not Ruggs. Damon Arnett.
DAMIAN.
Ben Arnett. DAMON. Arnett.
Damn Owen. Nope.
Yeah. Huh.
Not
That's
him.
the only one I can know that was both a Chief and a Raider.
I feel like there have been others. I'm not just thinking clearly.
There
Reese
definitely have
Holmes?
been others. I'm just blanking on them. Maybe?
Nope.
Was Rich Gannon ever a fucking backup in the 2000s?
Rich Gannon.
Oh my
What?
god.
Nailed it, man. So other
Rich
ones.
Sean
Oh,
the
Marcus
Marcus
Allen.
Allen.
Marcus
Oh.
Allen. Randy Moss was also another one. Obviously, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Dak Prescott were the big ones. Smith, Charles, and LeGarrette Blount were the big ones. So we did get some of them that weren't the top ones there. So that's pretty nice for us. Okay, let's go ahead.
That Rich Gannon one, I'm floored about. I have
MVP.
That was a shot in the dark.
MVP. Rich Gannon. That's another thing. Rich Gannon was an MVP. He had an MVP season. I'm
League
pretty
or
sure.
Super Bowl?
No, like
Hold on.
Investigative reporter Maston, get on this shit.
I know.
yeah, NFL Most Valuable Player 2002, Rich Gannon.
What the fuck?
Quarterback for the Vikings
Well
from
then.
87 to 92, Redskins for 93, 95, 98, he was with the Chiefs, and then 90, 90, 2004, he was with the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go,
Yeah,
Rich Gannon.
MVP from 2002. Fucking hell.
All right,
Damn.
now doing the letter grades of every NFL division, we're going to go ahead and pop into the NFC North, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be covering
It's gonna be a fucking blood orgy.
Time for Mamba and I to go toe to toe for
Yeah.
blows.
Da Bears.
Bears.
Ah,
Da
Da
Bears.
Damn.
Take that L. Take that L.
This is a very mid.
Wow.
D minus.
D minus.
D minus.
C minus. Fuck
F.
you.
What was redeemable about the season?
The end.
Basically,
of the
all
season.
your entire coaching
The
staff was
end of
basically
the
fired by
season?
week 8.
They started.
mean-
They started to win games. Okay, towards the later half of
Yeah.
the season. Man.
There were some injuries. I mean, okay, you won against Arizona and Atlanta.
And Detroit. Hey,
They
Detroit.
went.
we
They went
beat
500.
Detroit.
They went
Okay.
500 with every NFC North team except for
Besides,
one.
so we won against Carolina.
Daddy.
Yeah, Carolina.
Bruh.
Carolina, that was barely counts as a win. Atlanta barely counts as a win. Arizona, I mean, that's okay. It's iffy. Washington's iffy. Vegas is iffy.
That was
but
with
then
Josh McDaniels, so it was bad.
yeah, and then Minnesota, Detroit. I'll give you Detroit is your best win of the season. Minnesota was your second best, 2-point win.
Yeah.
Also, like Tyson Bagant coming around or Bagant or whatever.
Bagant.
You had it,
Bagant. Yeah, like
Baggin, whatever the fuck.
yeah, that was a cool little story. But I mean, he was outshone, by the other, Cinderella story of a quarterback. So I mean, he's just inferior to the Giants. So, D minus. Very, very little is redeemable about this, except some of the draft picks you got. Looking forward, you guys have made a lot of progress, so hopefully that continues for you guys. But yeah, no.
But depends whether or not Caleb Williams lives up to the legacy of other USC quarterbacks that went into the league and completely shit the bed.
Well, I mean, Carson Palmer didn't shit the bed. Carson Palmer was nearly the MVP in 2005. He was a very good quarterback.
How many?
I mean,
Matt
even
Leinart.
It was okay.
Mark
Sam Darnold.
Sanchez was good for a while.
He was good for like a
Fumbled
year,
it
and then
in
the
the
butt
butt.
fumble happened, and he completely fell off.
Wasn't oh, no, you already said Sam Bradford.
All right, let's go to the
No,
Packers
Darnold.
next.
Why
Yeah,
would you
there's
go to the
nothing really-
this
Vikings?
is a C minus.
No, they made the
Bro.
playoffs,
Shit.
and they also advanced around. No, not barely. I say this is a B. This is a solid B.
because-
I would
B
say
plus.
B.
B plus.
What we expected to be a rebuilding year.
Massive
I'd give it a
D? Whoa.
No, B.
Okay, I
It
thought
said
you said
B.
D. I'm like,
You said
whoa.
B.
No, it said B as in Bravo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I would say a
I'd
solid
give it a
B,
B
no
too.
minus or plus.
B
They started
plus,
out the
man.
season, had some big issues, but then they turned it around, got on a winning streak. They had some weird losses, but again, they're a young team, so you're going to have those weird losses. Jordan Love increasingly took more and more load and became the guy, and then eventually put on a show in the playoffs, only losing to a star-studded San Francisco team by three.
Three.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thanks,
they're a
Kicker.
young
Thanks,
team.
Carlson, you fucker.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Carlson.
So some issues there
Be
with
happy
Carlson.
he's gone. He went to the farm with Joe Barry. He's not going to bother you anymore.
Show me on a doll where he touched you.
At least here, I'll bump it to B because they have Dallas's numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't like
Well,
Dallas.
everyone's got Dallas's number in the playoffs. They just fall
and
over
you
themselves.
live with us, Chicago. We are your dad.
Shut the fuck up, Gorlami. All right, move it along.
Well, San Francisco's technically also owns the Bears because they own the Packers. So
I mean, I
That's
think the
true.
biggest thing with Green Bay at this point is that their upside's very high. I think they have a lot of opportunities here. They even got younger in their running back core with Jacobs. We'll see how that goes because Jones was really good this season. But we'll see how that happens. They're probably going to re-sign AJ Dillon, so I don't know.
The two signings we had off of that made me very happy, but at the same time, my heart was broken.
Their cap space
Wait.
is like at least 22 million right now. So I mean,
They
they
haven't
probably could do something with Dillon, considering how some of the other running back contracts have been looking this
They
offseason.
haven't re-signed him yet.
Not Dillon yet, I don't think.
No, he's
also,
saying
are they going to
he's
draft
probably
a
they're
been
saying he's
receiver?
going to stay.
He's
Are they
busy
going to
farming
actually
and
draft a
farming.
Maybe?
Fuck no.
receiver in like the first?
no.
No,
Do you
they're
know- do you
projected
know how
to
the
take like
draft worked for us?
O-line or safety, I think.
They
We'll
never
take a
pick wide
fucking.
receivers. What are you talking
You'll take
about?
another fucking defensive player again. It'll be mid.
You might go D-line, I feel like. I've been playing around
You
with
went
the TFS
D-line
mock
last
draft.
year.
Okay, then you go O-line then. Get
Last
yourself a
year.
J.C. Latham or a Graham Barton or something like that. I don't
Here's the
fucking
thing
know.
with
someone
the
to replace
Packers.
Bakhtiari?
They
Exactly.
Don't pick, they don't pick a wide receiver. They don't pick offense. They always pick defense.
No.
Yeah, and,
Gutekunst just has a phobia of first-round
Luke
receiving
Van
talent.
Ness was he's not looked great, so
Mid. He was mid at
yeah,
best.
he's looked mid. So, but again,
he did have like he had the flashy moment, but other than that, it was like a flashy moment here and there.
yeah. So
Yeah.
solid B for the Packers. A lot of room to improve, but at the same time, very good season, especially for what people expected out of them. First season without Rodgers, and they did better than the Rodgers did. So, the Vikings.
Ooh.
C minus, better than the Bears, but not by much. I would give them a C minus.
How are they
C
better?
plus.
They had a better like
They had a
season.
worse record.
No, they
No, they did.
They had a
I
better
didn't say
record
record than the
did.
Bears.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
No?
7-10.
No.
7-10.
The
They're
Bears-
7-10.
Bears was
Hold
like
on.
Bears were 7
4
and 10.
and 13.
Bears
No,
were
Bears
7-10.
had a 7
Oh.
10.
Oh, well, there you go.
But yeah,
plus.
Also, Kirk Cousins was hurt, and they actually had
Yes.
Josh Dobbs
Yes.
to actually win the games. Fucking Justin Fields couldn't win you games because your offense coordinator was stupid.
yeah. So with Cousins, they dropped 4 but won the rest. And then once he got injured, Dobbs was able to get 2 wins against Atlanta, New Orleans, but then lost against Denver and Chicago. Got 1 win against Vegas, but then lost to Cincinnati, Detroit, Green Bay, and
They
Detroit
did
again.
Dobbs.
Is that because they kept like shuffling him out with
Mullins,
Mullins
yes.
or something?
Mullins
Yeah.
came in, had some good games, had some bad games. I mean, he put 411 yards up in a 30-24 loss against Detroit.
In a
So
shootout.
yes,
Hard fought.
So definitely the injury bug definitely happened to the Vikings. They did have a really good pull in TJ Hawkinson from last year, so he looked very promising, was the best fantasy football tight end, so he's putting up great numbers. Obviously, Cousins getting injured hurts, but now they're looking to rebuild and move forward. They just signed Aaron Jones from the Packers. They still have Hawkinson. They still have Jefferson.
problem
You know,
is
even
at
though
the end
they
of next
you
year,
should give him to the
Jefferson's
Bengals.
contract is up.
Yeah, give him to the Bengals. Trade him for T. Higgins, please.
I'll take him on that.
NFC North is just still mooching off of our fucking players.
So, but yeah, they have no quarterback right now, but it looks like they're going to draft a quarterback or trade up for one, so we'll see how that goes.
The thought is that they're probably going to go J.J. McCarthy. Thoughts on that? Anybody?
He needs to develop.
I think he'd
I
be
think
better.
McCarthy
in...
can be good, but he needs to be drafted to a team that is looking to develop
I mean,
him.
he's probably going to be better than fucking Sam Darnold.
Well, Connolly used to be a quarterback. I feel like he knows how to.
He needs to be developed a lot because he hasn't had the weight of an offense on him just yet, I don't think. He's still a very good quarterback, very talented, strong arm, pretty accurate, and he is able to know a playbook very well. But at the same time, he needs to be able to hold the offense's caliber on his shoulders. And that's something he hasn't done at Michigan, I don't think, much. So there's a lot of pressure riding on him there to get that done in the NFL. So he can do it, but it's it's a little up in the air. I think, I don't know.
I see them reaching for like Bo Nix or Michael Penix as well. So I'm thinking like they've got 11 and 23 in the first round. I don't see McCarthy falling anywhere lower than that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I would say this is probably a C- season. Injuries held him back, and at the same time, they were probably looked a little bit better than Chicago for a while, but then obviously the injuries hurt. So
early in the season,
everything
also
looked
they
better than
had
Chicago.
fumbling. Yeah, I mean they had fumbling issues early in the season too. They had also 2 fumbles almost every game.
Yeah, Mattinson had some real big issues, which is why they haven't re-signed him. So, all right, last but certainly not least, the first in the division, winners of the NFC North, the Detroit Lions.
I'll be honest,
Cinderella
considering
story,
the
baby.
shit they've had for the better part of 30 years, A+.
I would give them an A. They didn't win the Super Bowl, so it's not an A+, but it's an A. It's an A.
Yeah.
Started the season.
It's not a
beat
Super
the
Bowl, you're
defending.
right, but I'm saying it's not a Super Bowl, of course, but like I said, this team has been shit on for longer than I have been alive, longer than most of us, minus Maston, have been alive. So I mean, this season basically felt like a Super Bowl win to them, just winning one playoff game.
Yeah.
So not alone to the NFC Championship game and almost winning that.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Lions fan, and I'm proud of them.
They started out the season great, won against Kansas City, had a tough loss against Seattle in overtime, but then went on a 4-game win streak, only dropping one to Baltimore. And a 3-game win streak, drops one to Green Bay, back and forth to New Orleans and Chicago. Finished out the season 3-4 with wins against Minnesota and a loss against Dallas. So they performed very well. I mean, they only lost 5 games in total. So
something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 in the offseason. So I mean, then they beat Matt Stafford in his coming home party, which was really the Jared Goff revenge party, and then they went and they stopped the Baker hype with Tampa Bay, shut that down, and came into San Francisco and nearly bought a ticket to the Super Bowl. Their first appearance, nearly were there.
And I feel like they could probably do that again. Like looking at Spot Track, they haven't really lost too much. I mean, Cameron Sutton.
And that D line,
they're not
fucking
getting him back.
Scary.
Yeah.
Dude. You have Aiden Hutchinson. You have DJ Reader. You have Daniil Hunter. All that going on the D line. Now, obviously, the secondary still needs some work because obviously Sutton is no longer part of the team after being cut due to a DUI incident. Domestic abuse. Yes, domestic abuse, even worse. But
and he's missing, so he could be dead.
Hopefully not dead. Hopefully he.
There was something said that he was at the facility when the warrant came out, or something like that. When he was actually at the Detroit Lions practice facility.
Yeah. Still haven't seen anything confirmed, but again, they still need to work on their secondary bit coming in the next season. But this is great. for the Detroit
Mhm.
Lions. They'll be up to around now. You need to keep it going and continue it. So let's see how they do that.
On
All
that,
right.
we can agree.
Continue to break kneecaps.
So we got the NFC East next week, and then the final week we'll be covering the worst division in football history, probably the NFC South. Ugh.
Play Lethal Company.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd rather play a horror game than talk about that horror show of a division.
Now we got to get into the UFL, which is the
baby.
new spring league for the NFL. Well, not really associated with the NFL, but for spring league football. You got 4 games, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. You got a 1 p.m. game from the Stallions and Renegades, then 4 Battlehawks and Panthers. After that, Sunday, Easter, you have Defenders and Brahmas, then Showboats and Roughnecks at 12 and 3, both on ESPN. So we're going to start out. My wife wants me to change to be a Brahmas fan because it's a cow and she loves cows, but I'm not rooting for Heinz Ward. I'm not rooting for Heinz Ward. My
Well, it's actually
team
not
is
Heinz Ward anymore. I've done some digging into some like notable stuff from teams. It's Wade Phillips now on the Brahmas.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Brahmas, here we go. Fine, I'm fine then. I'm not rooting for Heinz. I'm not rooting for Heinz Ward. If you are an AFC North fan, you know that guy was the dirtiest motherfucker alive.
You don't
my
have to be
gosh.
in the AFC North to know how dirty he was.
Yeah. But anyway, so
I'm not
Stallions
in
and
the AFC North. I knew how
Renegades.
Vontez Perfect was a shape guy.
So all of us have our
Heinz
teams
Ward
now.
and Vontez Perfect are in the
Since
same
the
level.
Seattle Sea Dragons are gone, I'll roll with the Brahmas. Kata, if you're sticking with DC, I'm guessing.
Beer snake for life.
Yep. Macedon. Didn't you choose the
I guess I'll
Orlando
go-
Guardians?
No. I picked no one last year. I'll go with Memphis just because that's the closest to me.
Memphis Showboats. Okay. Gorlami.
No more
Birmingham
Vipers.
Stallions, baby.
Stallions.
Are you sure? Because
and
your old buddy from the Vipers, Luis Perez, is a renegade still.
Luis Perez.
I
yeah.
really love the song Birmingham, so I'm going with the Stallions.
And then Mamba, you're staying with the Battlehawks. Is AJ McCarron still on the roster?
hell
Kata?
yeah.
He
Battle-
is. He resigned
returning.
just last week.
Ooh,
Battle-
that's gonna
the
be nice.
Battlecocks.
Ooh.
The
Battle
Battlecocks.
Cocks. We
Yep,
love
Yeah.
the
that.
defenders, they're sticking around with Jordan Teyamu and Abram Smith, bringing in former Giants cornerback DeAndre Baker, funny enough, a former first-round pick.
Damn.
Other notable guys, let's see, kind of going by some of this. Stallions, they've got a few ex-NFL players. Quarterback Matt Corral, formerly of the Panthers. Larry Roundtree, formerly of the Chargers, running back. And probably an old friend of at least a couple of you guys, Taco Charlton, defensive end.
Huh.
Former
the
Michigan
Bears,
guy,
yeah.
yeah.
Before
Former
before
Michigan
we
player.
go before we go into like predictions and shit, let's place a wager. Let's place the wager here and now at the start of it.
All right.
boy.
What is the loser gonna do?
What do you mean the loser?
What's the punishment for the loser of
The person who has the worst record out of all 5 of us?
Yep. Let's set it right here and now.
We just want to make
All
a
of the
tradition that
agreement
you
between
have to
5.
like drink a 16-ounce glass of lemon juice
No.
just
No.
because of the thing last year.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
I mean, I could do
you guys
that.
just made shitty bets.
I don't know.
In fairness, who thought that the 1-8 Guardians were going to beat the DC Defenders? That
No, they
Not
were
me.
winless. They were winless.
Oh,
They were
winless, yeah.
winless. Yes, we were both on this kid, if I remember. I don't know what the loser's penalty should be for this.
We could think about it later.
Commenters, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think the
There
losing
will
thing
be
should
there will be a punishment though.
We gotta
all
figure it
agree.
out. All right, so starting off, Stallions,
We all agree.
Renegades. This is actually a championship rematch, not rematch, but a
It's actually a
championship
Super Bowl,
game
yeah.
technically. Stallions were the champions of the USFL of last year. Renegades were the champion of the inaugural season of the new XFL. Now they're combining,
Don't
and
remind me.
so no, I'm not rooting for the Renegades. Fuck, I'll take the Stallions by 7 in this one.
Yeah, pay me a Birmingham.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
Let's go with the Renegade Master by 3.
I'm gonna go with Birmingham by 5.
Give me them Stallions by 7.
Living like we're renegades by 10.
We're going with the XFL, baby.
All right. Moving on, Battlehawks and Panthers. Panthers were formerly my team with the USFL, but AJ McCarron was an MVP last year, and I don't think he's going to stop and slow down. I'll take the Battlehawks by 14.
Yeah.
I gotta wrap my Battle Cocks by 21.
I gotta go with the Battlehawks by 19.
Give me the Battlecocks by 17.
The big throbbing Battlehawks by 14.
All right, on to the Easter Day games. DC Defenders and
So
Brahmas.
stupid.
Defenders were a very good team last year, slowly falling apart in the championship game against the Renegades. However, the Brahmas were horrible. I attribute that to the horrible coaching of equally horrible player Heinz Ward. But Wade Phillips was very good coach for the Roughnecks. As he's now moved ship to the Brahmas. I wonder how quick he's going to be able to turn it around. But the Roughnecks were one of the better teams in the XFL last season. For that reason, I'm going to take the Brahmas in overtime by 3.
Ooh, them fighting words, boy.
I am gonna go actually with the Cup Snakes, the Defenders by
The
7.
Beer Snakes, say it right.
Beer Snakes.
By
Sorry.
Put some
7?
respect on that name.
You
I
said
was
by 7?
blanking. Yeah, 7. I was blanking on it. I'm sorry.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I think it's still gonna be early in the season. I take DC by 3, but I can see San Antonio being good later in the year.
You know, give me the Defenders by 10.
Well, when he was with the Roughnecks, Wade Phillips never beat the Defenders. So Lemons be damned, DC by 15. Oh, sorry, 16.
Lemons be damned.
that's actually funny.
Yeah. Lemons be damned.
That's this episode's title, Lemons be damned.
Yeah, the final game of the opening weekend for the UFL. The Showboats and the Roughnecks. Also, I really hope the stats for these are shown on
ESPN.
ESPN, yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
Showboats and Roughnecks. Roughnecks really good season, but I think it was also due to Wade Phillips coaching. However, the Showboats, I don't like their color scheme, their name, nothing. Give me the Roughnecks by 5.
Yeah, who the fuck are the Showboats? Like,
I even looking into them, they like the only notable guy I could find was a former Ravens defensive tackle. So
I don't like those Showboats. Give me the Roughnecks. Or, sorry, the Roughcocks by 3.
Mamba loves his cocks.
Fucking Memphis by 4 just to be random.
Fuck you, kiddo.
Give me the Hickey Necks by 10.
So Houston, it's like, okay, Houston by 10.
Hickey
Sorry.
necks.
Roughneck,
Yeah,
Hickey Neck, same thing.
Give me the Roughnecks by 13.
You said their name wrong.
Is that right?
Say it right.
Shut
Say it
up.
right.
All right.
Say it right.
Anyway,
Sandpaper next.
did we have any comments from last week?
Oh, you don't have a tier list for me? Oh, thank God.
Oh, I don't. Fuck, I forgot.
Quick, find
Shit.
one. Find one.
Find one. Fuck. Shit. Tier
Just go
list.
to it. Click on the first one you see. I don't care what it is.
Tier list maker.
You didn't have any comments from last week.
Did not have any comments.
I see one that says every best animated feature nominee.
No, I don't watch
Who the
Oscars.
fuck
so-
follows that?
Yeah, and also it's gonna be all fucking stupid Disney shit.
Holy shit! That's so much.
There's an NFL wide receivers tier list 2023 to 2024.
There's so I checked that one. There's so many. Now, no tier list today. There was too much to cover. Fuck
Okay.
it. There's no tier list. I'm too tired.
Kanye West
God, I'm
albums.
safe.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Great one from Master to
Yeah,
cover.
great
Yeah,
one.
Kanye
Well,
West albums.
I don't even know what the fuck the album's called or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all from us this week. A lot to cover. We have 2 more weeks of covering the NFL's off-season grades. Then we'll start looking at some of the signings each team has done as we continue forward covering the UFL and their games. So make sure you watch those this weekend. Have a fun time with any Easter celebrations that you participate in. Enjoying time with family. Enjoy football because it's back and it's hopefully going to be better than ever. I'm so excited for the UFL season, what it's going to bring. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Better run that damn ball. They can't tackle you anymore.